Hello and welcome to this Scratch video. I thought it was the Easter holidays, I'd create a game inspired by the Easter Bunny. Once you've completed making it, you can play it with your family too. So let's see what the end product looks like. As you can see, we have to control the Easter Bunny to touch the eggs. Every time the Easter Bunny touches the egg, we get a score. In this game, we've given ourselves a 30-second timer to see how many points we can get. So I'll explain how to make this game in a series of mini videos. So first of all, we want to get rid of Scratch. So we click on the X there next to him, and he's now moved. We now want to add an egg. So if we go to the browse, we'll choose Sprite, and up here we type in the word egg. We have this egg chosen. Okay. Next, we want to add a background. So I'm going to go across here to the backdrops, go to search tool, and I want to find one for the outdoors. So I'm going to click on the word outdoors. I'm going to have a little look through here, and I found this one of playing field. Next, we want to start controlling how we move the egg. So I'm going to go to events, and we want our game to start when we use the green flag. And we're going to try and make our egg move. So we want to go to random position. When it moves to random position, we need time to click and touch it. So we're going to use a wait command that's in controls, and wait. I'm going to change this from 1 to 2 seconds to give us a bit more of a chance to catch the egg. Next, I'm going to use forever loop. The forever loop will mean that the egg will continuously keep moving. Let's now test it. Excellent. That seems to work well. So now we've made our egg move, we want it to hide and disappear like a proper egg hunt. So if I go down to looks, down towards the bottom, we've got a show and a hide block. They need to be used in pairs. So at the beginning of the game, when it's moved to its random position, we want it to appear and wait for 2 seconds. We're then going to hide it. Now, we will have to add in an extra wait block. I'll show you why. At the moment, we cannot see the hide effect. So we're going to add in a hide block. Let's give it 2 seconds before it reappears again. Let's see how this makes a difference to our program. Excellent, well done so far. So we're now going to look at the scoring system. So first of all, we need to make a variable. So we go across to variable and make a variable, and we're going to put in the word score. Now I've got some additional blocks we can now use. So just like in a football match, we need to start our game with a score of 0. And then over here, we're going to make some coding to keep track of the score. And if the mouse pointer touches the egg, we want it to score. So we need to go for touching mouse, and the control is if. So you pick up the touching block, drop it in. You can now touch it there. So if mouse pointer is touching, then we now want it to add a score in, don't we? So we're going to get the score, drop it in there, and change it to there. Okay, and to make this code continuously run, we need to enclose it within a forever loop. So let's check it out. Oh, every time I'm touching the egg, it's adding more than one score. So that's no good. So to correct that, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Control. We're going to put wait. So that when it gives a score, it will then wait a second. Hopefully by that time, the egg will have disappeared and we won't keep on adding scores. There we are. That seems to be working better now. So now we're going to look at adding in our Eat a Bunny to our code. So we're going to go down here, select a new sprite. I'm going to type in rabbit. I'm going to click on this one. He's got a few different costumes here, and I think I noticed there's an upright pose. So I'm going to set that, go back to coding. Now it's a lot bigger than the egg, so I'm going to click on size and take that out and change it to 75% of its original size. So now he's a much better size compared to our rabbit. Now we need to set the controls for our rabbit. So we're going to go to events, and when spacebar key is pressed, we're going to change the spacebar. We're going to use the arrow keys. So when the arrow key is pressed, we want him to move upwards. So we're going to go to change Y by 10. Now I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to make one for when the down arrow is pressed. It's going to go the opposite, so we're going to put in minus 10. And then we're going to do the same for left and right. So events, spacebar, we're going to the right, and he needs to move by changing the X by 10. So we'll duplicate that one. And over this side, we're going to make it left. And therefore, we need to do the opposite of 10 is minus 10. Okay, let's just check whether this works. So up, right arrow seems to be working, down arrow, and the left arrow are all working. Excellent work. So now we've added our controls to our rabbit. Let's click back on the egg costume, and as you see here we had if touching mouse pointer. Well, now we've got the rabbit, so we need to change this to if touching the rabbit, then the scores will change. Now we're going to add in our timer element to our game so that we can compare our scores with another player. So we're going to go to variables. We're going to make a new variable. We're going to call this timer. We're going to put all our timing code down here so it's separate so we can see what we're doing. So we're going to go to events. We're going to start with green flag, just like we've done with the other codes. So again, go back to our variable. We're going to set the timer to begin at 30 seconds. We're then going to create the timing element. So we have to wait 1 second, and after 1 second, we will get the timer to change by -1. This code we want to run the whole time, so we're going to go to Control, pick out Forever, and nestle the wait and the change timer inside it. As the timer counts down, when it gets to 0, we need to stop the game. So we're going to set that code up now. So if timer equals 0. Let's put our elements together. So the timer goes inside the green. Then we drag the green operator block inside here. So now if timer equals 0, then we want the game to stop. So in controls, down to here, on there, and this is going to go again within the forever loop. So that it's always counting down, and if the score gets to 0, it will stop the game. If it's not, it restarts that code again. So let's just check whether this works. Good. The timer seems to be counting down now. 0 will stop the game. Great, we have now completed our Easter egg game. I hope you enjoy playing it. If you want to adapt and personalise the game further, here are some suggestions. How about changing the egg costume so that the egg is stripy? What about uploading a picture of your garden instead of having this field? You could change the timer from 30 seconds to give a longer game. Or you could change the amount of moves, that the rabbit makes. You can alter the game in so many different ways. Have fun making it your own. Thank you for watching.